How's it going, everybody? Welcome back to the Connor Hughes MMA channel. And today, I'm going to be giving my early predictions and breakdown for UFC Fight Night Serbia, Medic versus Rodriguez. This is a super cool fight because Uros Medic is on a crazy knockout streak, and Daniel Rodriguez is coming out of jail. I'm going to start top down for this one. The main event, Uros Medic versus Daniel Rodriguez. Now, Uros Medic is coming off the ability to actually have multiple training camps and living at home. Daniel Rodriguez was in a Mexican jail, I believe, for 8 months. I believe he got out like a couple months ago, and he's already back now getting in the cage. I think this is going to be a fight where both guys are trying to take the other's head off. And I believe that Uros Medic just has a better chance of knocking out Daniel Rodriguez than Daniel Rodriguez has of knocking out Uros Medic. And as well, I don't believe that Daniel Rodriguez will be able to get off grappling very well against Uros Medic. And also, Uros Medic finally having a fight in his home country, I believe will cause him to be more aggressive and more adrenaline during the fight. So for this one, I think it's going to be a good fight for as long as it lasts. I think it's going to be an exchange where they're both in the pocket. Rodriguez lands a few on the guard of Medic, and Medic is able to throw a counter hook, and I believe that'll knock Rodriguez down, and I believe Medic will find the ground and pound to finish the fight. And I think Uros Medic, after this fight, is going to be able to take a huge jump. He's a big favorite in this fight, and I think he's going to win by knockout in the 4th round, like I said, with a hook. Next fight, Jan Blachowicz versus Navajo Sterling. Now, seeing Navajo Sterling at this much of a favorite is insane to me because Jan Blachowicz is one of the best fighters in the light heavyweight division, and Navajo Sterling doesn't have many great wins. I believe that there's a ton of value to take Jan Blachowicz here. And if you don't want to do that, I would say stay away from this fight because I don't believe that there's much value in betting Sterling by decision, knockout, or submission. I think Jan Blachowicz decision is the best bet here, and that's also what I'm going to take. I don't believe that... Jan Blachowicz has... He got knocked down by Guskov, and Guskov's a very powerful guy. I don't think Sterling has the same amount of power, and I also think Navajo Sterling is very sloppy when he fights. He gets, even when he is the more technically sound guy, he drags himself into these dog fights where it's a bunch of clinching up against the fence, and I believe the experience of Jan Blachowicz in those situations is going to lead him to getting a decision victory, 29-28. I believe as the fight goes on, Blachowicz is just going to take over more and more. And so I believe it's going to be 29-28 with maybe Navajo Sterling getting the 3rd round. I love it, especially at these odds. Alexander Rakic, when was the last time he got a win? I legit think it was in the first Trump administration. I'm being serious. March 6th, 2021. Okay, it was... What does that mean? January 20. This was like a month and 16 days in the Joe Biden's presidency when... Alexander Rakic got his last win. And now he's moving up against Marcin Tybura. Marcin Tybura really blobby. I mean, just looking at these guys, you want to pick Rakic. The only thing I'm worried about is, will Rakic, I don't believe he has the cardio and chin to go far in the heavyweight division. I believe there's a lot of guys that will just hit too hard, and even around his guard will give him problems. But I can't look at these two human beings knowing they're both professionally trained and pick this one in a fight. So I'm going to be taking Alexander Rakic, and I think he's going to finish Marcin Tybura by knockout in round 2. Next fight on the card, Dusko Todorovic versus Robert Valentin. I'm actually a very big fan of Robert Valentin. I think he's very technically sound. Both of these guys have 6 losses, and they're appearing on a main card of a crowded fight night. Kind of insane to me. But yeah, I think that although Dusko Todorovic might have the home crowd advantage a bit, I think Robert Valentin is a bit more skilled and has fought the better fighters in the past. Also, grappling. Robert Valentin is able to find cheeky submissions while being super technically sound in the boxing when he has to be. He can get a bit wild. But for me, the main thing I was looking at when watching both of these guys fight, I do believe that Todorovic is going to be the bigger guy in the cage. I believe he's a bit taller. I don't think Robert Valentin is 6'2", but I'm going to be picking Robert Valentin in this fight, and I'm going to be taking him by a cheeky first round Darce choke. Yeah, I think he's going to just frustrate Todorovic on the feet. Todorovic is going to shoot a bad takedown, and Valentin's going to lock up a submission in round 1. Next up, we got Vlasto Seppo versus 7-5 Gilbert Urbina. I mean, I can't pick Gilbert Urbina. Gilbert Urbina is 5'9" at middleweight, man. He's fucked. He's gonna get fucked up. It's gonna be an uncomfortable watch. He's gonna move to 7-6. Just cut him. Excuse me. Just cut him from the sport. Anyway, I think Seppo is gonna be able to get just hit Urbina at will. I think he's gonna land big shots to the head, and then the leg kicks are gonna open up more opportunities for Seppo to go to the head, and I believe he's gonna find a first round knockout because Gilbert Urbina is trash. Next fight on the card, Milos Janikic versus Noah Gugnon. Now, both of these guys are coming off a debut, but in my opinion, Milos Janikic did look a bit better on the regional scene. I felt like I don't know the competition, like the level of competition that he fought. The guys that he was fighting, he was in control, and he also had the ability to dictate the fight at his pace. Where for Noah Gugnon, from watching him on the regional scene, it seems like he's more willing to let the fight come to him. And so I believe this is going to be a very interesting clash of matchups or clash of styles. But I'm going to be picking Milos Janikic. I just think he's going to be pushing forward a bit more and maybe landing some of the bigger shots. So for this fight, I think it is going to be a decision, unless Gugnon is able to find a submission, which he seems to be pretty good at. But yeah, I think it's going to be a decision win for Milos Janikic. I think it's going to be 30-27 with the rounds being close but clear. How is Ludovic Klein on the prelims under these? Like, dude, what the fuck? Why? It makes no sense. Anyway, Ludwig Klein versus Tafik Musayev. This is a super fun fight. I believe, Ludwig Klein is the big, or not giant favorite, but he is the favorite, and I'm going to be picking him as well. I believe that he's just a lot more skilled than Tafik Musayev, and I also don't trust Tafik Musayev to make weight, so I expect him to be a bit more drained on the scale trying to make the weight. But also I think Ludwig Klein is just the better overall fighter. Is going to have the more chance to finish Tafik Musayev than Musayev is going to have the ability to finish Klein. And because of that, I'm going to be picking Ludwig Klein by round 3 finish. I believe he's going to hurt Musayev on the feet, get a takedown, and finish it with some ground and pound or transitioning to a rear naked choke when Musayev gives up his back. But yeah, I'm going to be picking Ludwig Klein in this fight. Oban Elliott, your time has come. You're not getting out of this one. Michael Oliveira is a real problem, and I just don't think Oban Elliott is big enough for welterweight. He seems to just be like a victim in there sometimes, especially in his last fight where he was dragged around and held on the ground for a ton of the fight. His inability to scramble and get up causes him a ton of problems. But I also believe that not to fully shit on Oban Elliott, because I think Michael Oliveira is going to be a big problem in the welterweight division with his power. I believe someone that's a bit more technical and willing to let him come to them will be able to counter him. But I don't believe Oban Elliott is going to be able to do that in this fight. I'm going to be picking Michael Oliveira by round 1 knockout. I believe it's going to be an overhand right that starts it, and then a left hook comes in and finishes it. For my parlay, I have him. I have Oliveira, Klein, Seppo, Valentin, Rakic by knockout, Blachowicz, and Medic. That would be my big parlay. Next fight on the card. I don't know much about Borislav Nikolic, but I do know about the fucking dog that is Mark Vologden. This guy put on the greatest fight I've ever seen on the Contender Series. I forgot who he was fighting, but it was such a war that Dana White ended up signing both and giving them $20,000 each. Because I don't know much about Borislav, I don't know. I just know Vologden's a fucking dog, and when the going gets tough, Mark Vologden's in there and he's fucking bleeding. If you haven't watched it, please watch his Contender Series fight. It is fucking insane. Yeah, this guy's a dog. I'm taking it. Another parlay, my little underdog parlay. We're going with Vologden, Rakic KO, and Blachowicz. Next fight on the card, Denis Bazooka versus Bogdangrad. This is just a fight that you throw on and do something else. Get a few Clash games in, Clash Royale going. Smoke break, piss break, shit break. Super dog shit fight. Neither guy should really be in the UFC. Actually, let me not shit on Bogdangrad too hard. He's decent. He had a good first round against Luke Riley. But he's just very chinny. This guy's name's Bazooka. I think Bazooka is going to find the chin of Grad. And there's going to be missiles landed on Bogdangrad's chin. Again, another fucking fight that has zero reason being a prelim other than this fucking guy, this doofus. Rebecki's an animal. Had one of the best fights I've ever seen against Mikdabek Orabai. Kyle Prepolek is a victim. Rebecki's gonna beat the fuck out of him. It's gonna be It's going to be bad. I think this is going to be a brutal beating for as long as it lasts, and I think Rebecca's going to get it done in the first round. Not really much to break down in this fight. Kyle Prepolek, look at him. Okay. That's why she's still here. She's like pretty a conventionally attractive girl. She's going to get slimed. Not much to break down. Now, for the big fellas. Jovan Leka versus Alexander Popek. Jovan Leka just looks like he should be in like a Marvel movie as like some big ass fridge. And I think that he's gonna show that he's. I don't even fuck. He looks funny, bro. Look at him. He looks like a fucking tank. I'm gonna pick him by knockout. Simple. Her. All right. If you made it this far in the video, the ultimate parlay that we're throwing down. Medic KO, Jan Blachowicz, Moneyline, Rakic KO, first round knockout, or no, just KO. Ludwig Klein Moneyline, this guy by knockout, him Moneyline, Rebecca by knockout, and then Jovan Leka. Should be a pretty decent parlay. Sorry for not breaking these fights down more. My voice is gone. That's why I haven't uploaded in the past couple days. And then tomorrow I get my wisdom teeth out. That's going to be fucking ass. Yeah. If you made it this far, like and subscribe. Have a good one.